Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of KyleKraft server. Yes, and look at this. Ooh, Discord people would have seen a little snippet of this, but you guys haven't. So I asked you last time, what do you want to see? What do you want to be put here? And looked at the comments, had like an old western town, I had laboratories, but my favourite one was a factory. Now I actually thought of this a little bit myself. I thought, how about a nice factory? But someone said it, and I loved it. So what I've decided is to build a factory. Now it's not your average factory. They said called a Bendo Co factory, but I decided, no, it's too with the Bendo Co business. Here, it's got nothing to do with Bendo Co, it's my company. And, as you can see, I'm holding lapis blocks and they're coming out. I'll get to that stuff soon. What I want to show you guys is these blocks. Now, people would say, this is lapis. Hello, lapis. This is definitely lapis, but when you have lapis, and I'll have to run back to the crafting bench. When you have 9 lapis, you craft it together, and you get a block. People would say it's called lapis lazuli block, or lapis lazuli. I call it Bendonite. Bendonite is my special block that I've chosen to use. It's mine. So what this is going on here is, it's not a Bendo Co factory, it's not a Bendo factory, it's a Bendonite factory. Yes. So I'm actually farming Bendonite here, and I'll show you guys that. So if we go back into normal mode and get my good old steak in there. We'll come over here and we'll break into my reactor. And in here is Bendonite. So in here Bendonite slowly forms, but then what we also do is boost it with these beacons, but they boost the efficiency of making these, and they all get funneled out into the pipes. Now, I haven't actually had so much plans. This is my first idea, and it all funnels out into this pool. So what I'm thinking, what I'm going to do is have this, but have a window just here, yeah. Have a window here, and have like a sort of area where you can sit back and watch the Bendonite form. And, well, oh, he left. But yeah, so that's what I've done. I've chosen Bendonite as the block that I use, and I've chosen a Bendo Co factory here. Now, as you can see, I've cleared out a lot of land. Originally, this thing was engulfed in sand, but I thought, if it's a factory sort of place, they're not going to let it all be engulfed. It's going to be flattened out. So what I'm going to do is make it look industrial. Right now it's just like walls. So what I've got to do is make it sort of industrial sort of feeling. But what I want you guys to do is, I've chosen a Bendo factory. The Bendo Co factory was the thing I chose, but I made it a Bendonite factory. But what I want you guys to now say is what you want to see in it. Do you want to see like a trading outpost and like a... Oh, mob. Hold on. Where is it? Okay, that's weird. It's not coming back. But what do you guys want to see here? You know, I've got paths. I'm not so sure about the paths, to be honest. The paths don't look too great, so I think I'm going to rip that up and do something else. But design-wise, what do you guys want to see? Do you want to see a sort of cellar sort of situation to here? Like I'm going to build underground, but big factory nuclear power plant sort of feel, but it's for Bendonite. But that's in today's episode. But what I want to do is kind of show you guys around this place. So I've been told that people are living nearby. I came here thinking that people won't be, but if we go into the sky, I knew someone lived over here. Wants to load for me. Someone lives here, and they're building mine shafty sort of areas. And if my computer wants to stop lagging, but as we look around, there's like builds popping up, and people are coming to the mesa to build. I'm gonna turn down the volume. Okay. So there's someone over there. Someone who's about that way. Bobbert lives over there. Freddie C lives over there. I think some people live that way. Not so sure. But that's the feeling of my area. It's going to be like an industrial sort of thing. And I'm going to be building this with you guys. So you guys get to see this pop up. But I'm also going to be doing this, but also doing other stuff, you know. We have this whole server, but yet we don't really do as much with it. You know. Of course, I've got 2 series currently running, and I've got a 3rd one coming, but we don't really have much content on them. The KyleKraft gets a lot of content, but the KyleKraft server doesn't. This is episode 2. Last episode was about a week ago, but this one's not going to be 50 minutes long. It's going to be your usual. But what I'm actually going to do today is do a little bit of work sort of thing. I'm going to do a little bit of work and then leave this place. And there might be a collab later this episode, might not be. I'm not so sure about it yet. But, in the meanwhile, I'll be catching you guys shortly. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, will it look good or will it look bad? Like, the way it looks right now, looks like it's going to be something good in future, but you can also think you could do something and it might not look so great. Like, right now it's not looking the greatest, but it's not looking the worst. It could be a lot worse. Like, I could have completely made that mountain flat. But apart from that, I think it looks pretty good so far, you know. It's got to have a lot of decorations, you know. I've got to get banners around, control, switch and stuff like that. Well, I've got the switch already. We gotta get other stuff around. But apart from that, this place is looking pretty good. Now, next episode we probably won't be working here. Next episode, it might be somewhere else. But last episode, as you can remember, it was a massive tour that went for 50 minutes. And it was quite stretched, I think. I went for 50 minutes of recording time, and the original state of it was a tour, but I don't really give a tour, did I? You know, I ran around a lot, but didn't go right into depth. So I'm thinking I'll do another tour of the server soon, but not a full-on tour sort of thing. But look at that. That's pretty cool. You know, I could stand up here and get a nice screenshot when this place looks a lot better. But apart from that, this place is actually gonna look good in future, and we've got a creeper. But what I did want to say is we've hit 50 subscribers. So really, first episode of the server should actually be out, well, today. I have hit 51 actually, and I hit 50 about 2 days ago. And I did release the KyleKraft server early, but I've got 2 new series coming up. Sorry, 1. And that will be great. But apart from that, this is looking great. And your feedback on the last episodes were really great, so thank you guys. But apart from that, I think we're actually done some pretty good work today. It's not going to be some Hermitcraft or Minecraft episode where it's ultimate. Ooh. But it's not going to be some person who just like set up some recording systems and just went, I'm mining. I'll make you guys watch that for 10 minutes. That's me recording. That was kind of like the first episode of KyleKraft, wasn't it, basically? But I'm learning the ropes, you know? I'm looking at getting a nice intro in. I'm looking at some ways to get it. I'm not good at making intro sort of thing, like, don't know how to make an intro, you know, put those clips together. I know how to record, but I don't know how to make an intro. There's someone who's looking at that, Only One Game Alive, who's doing so much for the server and quite a lot for me. Oh, and someone's going to go to bed. And he's made my cover wall photo, which was really great, thank you. But he might be making my intro clip. But apart from that, and I'm going to be saying apart today, I think we should get out of here, you know, we're just wandering around here. And I'd say, let's go to a nice, better place to hang around than looking at a dirty nuclear silo. This looks a bit different, but no, it's not the laboratory, it's the end farm. The end farm has got a new revamp. Yes, I got sick of the old look, it didn't look so great. Everything was like all creamed in on one level. So what I did was, I hired some people. I hired PD to design and build a new end farm. Like the farm itself stayed the same, but this changed. So what I had to do was put in an order and hire them. Thankfully, they both responded very fast and they came in swiftly and started building. So PD finished with his design and Strix did the redstone. I paid PD and we'll go for a tour through the place, but I haven't paid Strix yet and I'm paying him right now. You see, I asked him, what do you want your payment to be? And we didn't know what to pay, and he decided if I could give a little bit of a shout out on my channel for him. So, Strix, thank you so much. You've made the end farm have an override. So, I'll show you guys that. He's a great redstone. If you are on the server, you haven't seen Strix before, he's done redstone, and right here, he needs to be tidied up. You know, we'll get this continued, but he's got lost and found chest, so if you drop something, will go in here, and an override chest for all the ender pearls, and it seems to stop working. This is actually strange why it's not working. Is it clogged up? Oh, it is. Why isn't it dispensing? Okay, this is, I'm not a redstoney guy, but this doesn't make sense how it's no longer working. I'll just go for a quick way. Awesome redstoning on camera. Today we're just doing something I call chucking in lava. Okay, Strix, when you see us, you're gonna have to come and see what's happened. I'm sure you'll know. But if we go back up here, we have the enchanting room. So we've got enchantments, lapis, and the ender chest. The anvil is broken. Ferni, and decorations. Here we have the advertising source. We have Todd's Log Shop, sponsor of the end farm. I'm guessing, well, the sponsors I've basically let be sponsors because they've helped out with the end farm. So we've got PD Association, proud sponsor and the designer of the end farm, and Strix's Redstone Citadel, volunteer. We have the storage room, looks like someone's using it. Yeah, MB is. So in here people can store their items. Looks like people haven't been, because with the old end farm, people used to just completely chuck everything in chests and just had chests everywhere. Now the end farm was actually broken because the other day there were some rollbacks going on here to try and fix something that's happened with people grieving, and well, the entities on the server, the mob cap's really low because people completely spread out. And, well, one of the mods tried to roll back these because these were stolen and blocks were stolen, and I didn't bring that on, but someone's stolen that. But as they rolled back, they doubled the Enderman. And Yo Custodio, I'm gonna have to talk to him. Anyway, but what happened was they doubled and it got super laggy. Then this whole farm became corrupted. So when you got up to about here, you could start seeing the farm, and then bam, you'd freeze right here. Some people got lucky, like I got to here once. Sometimes you could even get up to here, but then your game would become corrupted and not work. Okay. So the end farm has been completed, and it is broken, and people are working on doing that. You know, I could do it, but people said, hey, could I do it? So I said, sure, go ahead. So other people are fixing it for me, which is really kind of them. But apart from that, that's all I had to show in the end, because my payment was to give a shout out to Strix. A nice and easy shout out, and a nice and easy payment. So I guess it's a thank you Strix for the end farm, and thank you Strix for an easy payment. And I'll jump through the portal and I'll see you guys back soon. And we are back, and I've actually been continuing on this. So as you can see, I've got the little room that looks out into it. I've got a room down here, so if we continue down here and get my quartz blocks, we will soon have our nice entry. So right now, it's dark obviously, but you can look in here, and what happens is underneath there's a drain pipe, and it goes under, goes right through here, and channels into this room. In here, it will get clean. So I'm going to have like a control board up here, and then this, and I'll have bentonite right across here. So there's got to be decorations still. But apart from that, it's looking quite good. So I've still got to get a roof up here. And I'm thinking, like I've got lots of white and grey. I think I might use like, continue with the white roof, then put white up here. Yeah. And also here will be, so you see how we have stairs here, this will be a way out. But I'm still going to go for that same feeling. So what I'm going to do is grab some quartz and do this sort of feel. So obviously you can see how it's going to go now. So this would take it up. Because we've got that there, we'll go this way. Why do I have white honey clay again? Okay. Nearly there, and then we'll do some decorating up. So we'll get this up here. And now I'm going to need this back. And here I'll just do a way up sort of feel. This is here. So this is going to have to go down in future. This will be our way into the factory. So what I'll do is destroy this. We want this destroyed. And now we can safely, put that there. And now we have the roof. Not the roof, the walkway down. So instead of having to somehow get up in a strange manner, I end up falling in. So instead of having to try and get around, we can go in here, up these stairs, and out. And that's what I've been doing basically. So I've just been tidying up, you know, making stuff look better. So we don't need the quartz and the hot bar anymore. I can now put this in. So we'll get this last piece in, and then I'll get back to you. I'm afraid we're actually out of time for today. This has been episode 2, and more like an episode 1, because last episode was a tour sort of thing, but this is episode 2, and I must say, it was a pretty good one. The thing is with this server is, it's been out for ages. I've already got stuff planned. This nuclear power plant is going to be fun though. But apart from that, that's all I've got for today. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll be signing out. See you guys later. Just gonna wait for this to hit me. And it didn't. Well, that'll be all. See you guys.